franchise mode. We have the LA Dodgers. We did the Diamondbacks and the Rockies in the NL West. Now we're doing the loaded Los Angeles Dodgers. So let's look at this roster real quick. Look at the starting pitching. Otani, Kershaw, Glass, now Yamamoto, Bobby Miller, who looked spectacular against my Cardinals in his first debut, or his first start of the year, I should say. Walker Buehler, Dustin May. I mean, they're just loaded with pitching, and that might be something we need to look to trade for more offense. Even though the Dodgers don't need a lot more offense. Relief pitching, Gratterall is really good, been really good for them. Daniel Hudson, who's come back from an injury. J.P. Ferguson, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Joe Kelly, Alex Garcia. So the bullpen could use a little bit of upgrades. And then we got Evan Phillips and Blake Trinan, both closers. Evan Phillips has been spectacular for them the last 2 years. Will Smith, who they signed to that big extension. I don't think they gave him that in the game yet, so we'll have to re-sign him in free agency. And then they have Diego Cartaya, a young catcher in the minor leagues. And they also got Dalton Rushing, Austin Barnes. First base is occupied. Freddie Freeman signed throughout the franchise. Second base is probably something we need to upgrade. Gavin Lux could definitely still turn out to be something for them, but he just hasn't been consistent. He's been hurt a lot. Third base, we got Max Muncy, who's going to be due for free agency in the last season. We'll see how he plays leading up to that. Mookie Betts, we're set as shortstop. Left field, this is a great pickup for them. He's played great so far. Teoscar Hernandez, 1-year deal though, so we either look to re-sign him or look to get somebody else. We got Chris Taylor, who has struggled since he got that extension. He hasn't really been terrible. Just hasn't really been what he was in 2021. And then James Outman, solid center fielder, going to be a stud. Jason Hayward's really rejuvenated his career in LA. Chris Owens, good utility guy. And then Andy Pages, I think that's how you pronounce it. So right field and second base is probably something we could look to trade for. But other than that, we all know how low this Dodger team is. They're my pick to probably win the World Series. But I do say this, baseball is different from other sports. You have to have so many things go right for your team in order to win. You got to have a good starting rotation, bullpen, defense, lineup, all that contributes into a winning team. And sometimes we've seen it with the Phillies, it's just about who gets hot at the right time. And, the Dodgers could have a bad series like they did against the D-backs last year, and who knows. But going to go ahead and sim of the regular season. They still haven't upgraded some of the rosters, which I don't know if that's MLB The Show being lazy or what, but they still haven't put J.D. Martinez on the Mets, Montgomery on the Diamondbacks. They still haven't put Lorenz on the team he signed with. Mike Clevenger just signed with the White Sox again. So they really got to get it together with that. But I have a feeling this is going to be a franchise where we're in the playoffs a lot. I'd be very disappointed if we're not. So I'm going to go ahead and get this franchise underway. From the Orioles, Joe Kelly, who's not having a good year, dropping overall. He's a free agent after the year. For Ciano Perez, who's only 27, he has a 2.13 ERA, and he signed till 2027 through arbitration. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this trade. Sitting in a great spot, 74 and 34. But we got so much starting pitching. We got to make a move. I mean, we got Tony Gonsolin sitting in AAA with a 2.57 ERA. He just don't have a spot on this roster right now. We got so much pitching. We need a second baseman. Even though Gavin Lux, I almost said Gavin Stone. There's too many Gavins. Well, there's two Gavins, but you guys know what I mean. I get those two mixed up. So I was looking at second base. Even though Gavin Lux has played well, Ezekiel Duran, he's only 24. He's going to continue to get better. He's a 79 overall. He's got good contact, good fielding, 99 arm, signed through 2028. So I'm going to offer them Tony Gonsolin and Enrique Hernandez, who's having a good year, 288 average, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, slugging over 500. He's really having a great season. It's I know a lot of y'all probably say, well, why are you giving up Enrique Hernandez? He's a free agent. Obviously, we can re-sign him. But we're getting younger. Gavin Lux is having a great year as well, 309 average. We can really platoon Ezekiel Duran and Gavin Lux at second base, or they both can play multiple positions. They both can kind of be utilities / second basemen. So I'm going to make this trade. Now, the next position I wanted to upgrade is the outfield. Now, there ain't anybody on the trade block, so I'm going to look through right fielders just to see if there's anybody that catches our eye. Obviously, we can make a big splash. Do we go after a Nolan Jones? We could get somebody like that. Do we go after the Cardinals have a lot of outfielders, right? Do we go after a Lars Newbar, who ain't really having a good year? Wow, Walker Jenkins, this guy's going to be a stud, 19-8 potential. We don't really need to make a huge splash. We just need to get an upgrade in the outfield. And obviously, Otani could play the outfield too. So you got to keep that in mind. Let me check our lineup real quick. So we do have Jason Hayward playing right field. So we definitely could use an upgrade. So I'm looking at the Rockies, and obviously it's an interdivision trade, but we got the pitching to get a Nolan Jones and add to this team. So like Dustin May's a free agent after next season. He's having a really good year. Walker Buehler having a fantastic year. He's a free agent. Obviously, the Rockies probably want someone like Bobby Miller, which honestly we could afford to give up a Bobby Miller for Nolan Jones. So they're interested in that trade. Let's say I throw in a Landon Knack in this trade, and I throw in Jose Ramos, a young center fielder, not really doing too much, but it gets the deal done. How about Andy Paje? So we're trading Bobby Miller, who's going to be an absolute stud. I hate to give up Bobby Miller because he's going to be really good, and he's having a solid year for us. But we're getting a 25-year-old, 89 overall Nolan Jones who isn't having a spectacular year. When I had him with the Rockies, if you guys saw, he didn't really perform well. So this is a game where we're getting a young guy under control. We don't got to worry about right field. We got surplus of starting pitching we can trade from. We'll still have Ohtani, Glasnow, Kershaw, Yamamoto, and Walker Buehler in the rotation. And Dustin May's still a sixth starter or long relief pitcher. So we're really not hurting. I'm going to do this trade. Get Nolan Jones, put him in the outfield. I really like the deal. Obviously, we'll have to send down an outfielder, in my opinion, which Jason Hayward's having a good year, so it's tough to send him down. But somebody's going to have to get sit down. So let me take a look at this bench, who's performing well. So Miguel Rojas, unfortunately, might be the guy that have to go down just because he's not really performing well. So we got a lot of outfielders, but we also got a lot of utility guys. So I really like that trade for us. Hopefully it leads us to a World Series. So I will go ahead and send them to the playoffs, and we'll get the playoffs rolling. We end up finishing 106-56, dominant year. We end up winning a few rewards. Tyler Glasnow with 21 wins, and Evan Phillips with 52 saves. Ohtani with 54 home runs. RBIs, 161 RBIs, 204 hits. Mookie with 124 runs. Ohtani with a 668 slugging and led and on base. Ohtani sounded like he had an incredible season. Not surprised. He wins the Hank Aaron Award. Yamamoto wins Rookie of the Year, and Ohtani wins MVP. Let me take a look at this, how everybody performed. Mookie Betts with 42 home runs, 96 RBIs. Mookie doing Mookie things leads us to another playoff berth. Nolan Jones didn't really perform. Man, he only had like 2 home runs the whole second half. Hopefully he gets going next year and then in the playoffs. Freddie Freeman, another great year. 24 home runs, 98 RBIs, 302 average. Numbers a little down from last year, but still a great year for Freddie. Shohei Ohtani. Starting pitcher stats for him. 17-7, 3.34 ERA. Pitched 200 innings, incredible season. And then hitting is just unbelievable. 161 RBIs. I think that's the most I've ever seen in a franchise. That is incredible. 54 home runs. 668 slugging. This guy's just a unicorn, man. It's just incredible. Max Muncy had a down year, but still hit 25 home runs, 65 RBIs. Numbers across the board, though, are pretty down. Will Smith had really a great year. 31 home runs, career high, I think. Yeah, 93 RBIs, career high, 278 average, like 500. Great year for Will Smith. James Outman with an great year. I don't want to say incredible because obviously I'm still thinking about Ohtani's numbers. 291 average, 25 home runs, 88 RBIs. Teoscar Hernandez, who we did sign to an extension, which the year he was having, he deserves it. 28 home runs, drove in 104, 294 average, 344 on base, and slugged over 500. Gavin Lux played a solid year. Didn't really need to hit a lot. Just needed to, play more innings, and he did that. Let's see the bench. Chris Taylor had a good year. 291 average, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs in the utility role off the bench. Jason Hayward was solid as well in that backup outfield role. Ezekiel Duran, who's in a platoon role with Gavin Lux, solid year, 14 home runs, 62 RBIs. And then Miguel Rojas, who didn't really do much. And then let me see Diego Cartaya, didn't really do too much either. So let's take a look at the pitching, and we'll get this playoffs underway. Ohtani, we saw his numbers. Tyler Glasnow was excellent, 21-5 with a 2.87 ERA. Clayton Kershaw, 17-7 with a 3.12 ERA. Rotation looks really good. Yamamoto, 13-8, 3.95 ERA. And then Walker Buehler, who's in his walk year, 11-8, 2.76 ERA. So this rotation, even though we got rid of Bobby Miller, we still have a great rotation. James Paxton was excellent in 5 innings. Dustin May was solid, not great in the long relief role. Daniel Hudson was excellent out of the pen. JP was solid. Ciano Perez, ERA went up a little bit, but pretty similar to last year. Alex Garcia didn't have a great year. Gratterall was excellent, 38 holds, 1.57 ERA, and then Evan Phillips, even though the ERA is 3.31, higher than his last 2 years, still stayed 52 games. Just incredible. So let's get this postseason underway. If we win the first game, I'll send the second game, just save us some time, because I try to make these videos under an hour. So here we go, Shohei Ohtani against Whit Merrifield. 1-2-3 inning for Ohtani, solo shot for Mookie, and we are off and running. Bases loaded, we score another run off the air. So it's 2-0 Dodgers against Taijuan Walker, who's starting game one. That's interesting. And we're just going crazy right now. So I'm going to send him a half inning. Ohtani in a little bit of trouble, doesn't matter. He is rolling right now. 8-0 Dodgers. 2-run bomb by Josh Rojas, pretty sure that was. Maybe Jose Rojas. I think that's who it is. So still 8-3. Ohtani's still in the game. Gives us 6 strong innings. Still rolling. Time to go to the bullpen. Let's see, we're going to put in Daniel Hudson, see if he can give us a good inning. 2-run bomb by Trey Turner. So still a 3-run game. So let's go ahead and put in Gratterall, who's been excellent. And I put in the wrong closer. Well, I apologize, but we still got it done. It doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and sim the second game. We end up winning that. And we end up sweeping the Phillies, so we will play the Braves in the next round. I did sell that first game by not putting in Evan Phillips, but Glatterall's been just as good. So here we go. Game 1 against the Braves. This ought to be a star-studded matchup. We're going to put in Shohei Ohtani. Let's see if he can keep this hot Brave. No, 2-run bomb by Acuna in the first inning. We got some runners on, can't get anybody home. His Braves lineup is something else, I'll tell you. So Ohtani, a little bit of trouble, gets out of that one. Spencer Strider, who's just as good as Ohtani almost. I shouldn't say that, but pitching-wise, he's up there with Ohtani for sure. So we end up scoring a run, 2-1. Trying to get our offense going. Braves, besides Acuna, has been pretty quiet for the most part. Ohtani gives up another run. Maybe one more hitter, 2 runs scored. Not a good decision by me. So we're going to put in Dustin May to try to give us some innings here in game 1. As we try to get the Spencer Strider leadoff triple by Jared Kelenic. And they score another run, 6-1. Solo shot by Will Smith, 6-2. They bring in Dylan Lee out of the pen. We got 2 on, 2 out, bases loaded, and we do not get a run. So Dustin May gives up another home run to Adam Duvall. We're going to put in J.P. Ferguson, see if he can give us a good inning. He does. Solo shot by Ohtani, 7-3. Can we get another run? We don't. Going to see if J.P. can give us one more inning. A solo shot by Acuna. Basia comes in. He's not looking too good, but he gets out of the inning. So Joe Jimenez in the pitch the 9th inning still. Let's see if we can get a comeback victory. We don't hit into a double play. So we lose game 1, 8-3 to the Atlanta Braves. So we got to get this win back here in L.A. So we're going to have Tyler Glasnow on the mound. Damn, Shohei Ohtani. I can't leave him out. I can't. It's too big. Even though he's not injured or nothing. So Glasnow gets out of the first inning. We're trying to get our offense going, even though we put up some runs last game. Max Fried on the mound. Solo shot by Orlando RC, and it's 1-0 Braves. We got to get our offense going because this ain't looking good. 2-run bomb by Ozuna. 3-0 Atlanta. And Glasnow hasn't been great. Solo shot by Acuna makes it 4-0. Max Fried looked good so far. We do get 3 runs back thanks to Mookie. One more inning at a Glasnow maybe. We get it. So down 1. Time to bring in James Paxton. Let's see if he can get out of this inning. Gives up a 3-run bomb to Matt Olson. That is tough. Perez, there's a solo shot by Will Smith, makes it 7-4. Solo shot by Mookie makes it 7-5. Penn Murphy in the pitch. So we're going to bring in Gratterall, try to keep this game close. He gets out of it, so Murphy's still in. 1, 2, 3 inning. Going to bring in Evan Phillips. Gives up a solo shot to Acuna. Acuna's just been killing us all series. A.J. Minter in to close it out. And we score a run. Can Mookie get us Okay, it's up to Nolan Jones, and he does not get the job done. So we're down 2-0 to the Atlanta Braves. We got to have a hell of a comeback in this series. It's not looking good. So we're going to give the ball to Clayton Kershaw, our veteran. Otani's a little fatigued, but we got to keep. This is a must-win game. 2-run bomb by Nolan Jones, our pickup, and we're scoring runs against Ronaldo Lopez in the first inning, 4-0. What a start! Hopefully Kershaw settles in here. So the Braves don't get a run. Going to send the half inning. Don't score a run. 2 singles in a row. The Braves score a run. That's all they get though. Still great to get off to a lead. They put in Pierce Johnson. Did not score a run that inning. Kershaw is in a groove right now. Still rolling. Hasn't been much offense besides the first and third inning. So it's really been a pitching matchup. So still none on the board. Kershaw still rolling. One more inning out of him. We get it. So what a game by Clayton Kershaw, the veteran who's been known to choke in the playoffs at times. Gets the job done. Can Evan Phillips close it out in the bottom of the ninth? He does. So 2-1 as we try to get back in this series. So game 4 on the way here. So we're going to put Yamamoto, the rookie of the year, on the mound. Could have went Walker Buehler too. So here we go. Freddie Freeman, bases loaded. We do not get a run. Braves don't get a run in the first inning. Spencer Strider on the mound. It's a big game for Yamamoto here. It was to get a run thanks to Max Muncy. We get another run thanks to Will Smith. So 2-0. Solo shot by Sean Murphy makes it 2-1. Solo shot by Acuna ties up the game. He's just been unreal in this series. Can Yamamoto keep the game tied? He does. Whichever team scores next might be the one to win this ball game because this has been a pitching duel besides the third and the fourth inning. So they brought in Aaron Bummer out of the bullpen. We don't score. Yamamoto's still going. Okay, 2 walk. I'm going to leave in one more hitter. Okay, we get out of it. So Yamamoto gave us a strong performance, but our offense has not been great. So we got a righty, switch hitter, righty. So we're going to put in Dustin May. 1, 2, 3 inning. Tyler Matzik on the pitch. Error, sack bunt, fly out, and a ground out. Dustin May still in the pitch. And they throw out the runner, but we still lose. That is tough. So we're down 3-1 in the series. We got to have an unbelievable comeback in this series just to even have a shot. So here we go. We're going to put in Walker Buehler. See if he can give us a good performance. Chris Sale on the mound. Acuna continues to punish us in this series. 2 of the top teams in the NL. So a pitching duel so far. See if Walker Buehler can have another good inning. He does. Chris Sale continues to roll. Walker Buehler rolling right along with him. As both offenses have not scored, but it's not looking good this inning, and we get out of the bases loaded jam. Unbelievable. 2-run bomb by Will Smith. So pop up, fly out, ground out. So Walker Buehler, 7 strong innings. Mookie with the triple. Nolan Jones drives them in, and it's 3-0. Dylan Lee in the pitch. So we're going to bring in Gratterall here in the 8th inning. He walks, single, strikeout, fly out, pop up. What a way to work around that. Solo shot by Will Smith. He has stepped up huge. And in a must-win game, we got to bring in our closer. Gives up a double, but that don't lead to nothing. So it's 3-2. Game 6 and 7 both in LA. We got to try to win this series. This is a huge game at home. We're going to put in our ace, Shohei Ohtani. Let's do it. Leadoff walk, another walk, a run scores thanks to Matt Olson in the first inning. 2-run bomb by Ohtani as he gets himself back the lead. So 2-1. But the Braves, they got back-to-back hits, but they don't score. Triple drives in Mookie. And Max Fried is having a bad third inning so far as we get a 4-1 lead. Ohtani, besides the first inning, has been great. This inning got in a little bit of trouble, but gets out of it. Single, strikeout, ground out. Dylan Lee comes in the pitch. We end up hitting a 2-run bomb. Ezekiel Duran. Ohtani's looking like he's running a little bit out of gas here, so we're going to put in JP to give us some innings, or at least one inning. Bases loaded. Grand slam by Marcell Ozuna. Wow, that is crazy. 1-run game. We got 2 on. We score a run thanks to Hernandez. Bases loaded. Joe Jimenez gives up another walk. 4 walks in the inning. Another walk. So we end up getting a 9-4 lead. Daniel Hudson, one more inning. Yes. Tyler Massick, Freddie Freeman solo shot against his former team. So we're going to bring in Perez here. And it ain't looking good this inning, but he gets out of it, and we are going to a Game 7 against the Braves. Winner goes to the World Series. Unbelievable. Can we pull off this comeback? They pulled off the comeback against me when I had the Reds. If you guys saw that franchise, I'm pretty sure that was the right one. So Glass now. Ohtani needs a day off. We can't. I'm sorry. This is a Game 7. He can't take the game off. Can we get runs here in the first inning? We don't. Runner gets thrown out. So we got 2 on, nobody out. But we do not score. Runner thrown out both innings. And there's a run thanks to Ohtani. 2-run bomb, Max Muncy. We are about to pull off the unthinkable. So 3-1. Braves do pick up a run. Glasnow's been good for the most part tonight. We got some runners on base against Bryce Elder. Nobody scores that inning. Glasnow still going. 6 strong innings. Double for Outman. Bases loaded. Doesn't lead to nothing. Solo shot by Alex Riley. So I think it's time to go to the pen. We're going to bring in Dustin May. 1, 2, 3 innings since he came in. Aaron Bummer gives up a 2-run bomb to Ohtani. It's 5-2. Dustin May still in the game. He's been great in this series out of the bullpen. Penn Murphy, who's been pitching a lot for the Braves. 1, 2, 3 inning. We're going to bring in Evan Phillips to get us the World Series. Run scores. 2 on, 2 out. And we win. We make the World Series. It's going to be us against the Yankees, too. Ain't that going to be fun? Wow. So here we go. Or the Orioles, excuse me. I thought it said, it said the winner of the Yankees and the Orioles. Excuse me, I bossed that. So here we go. Game 1 of the World Series. Us against the Orioles. I really am a huge Oriole supporter. I would love to see them win a World Series. That'd be really dope. So we're going to put in Tyler Glasnow since Ohtani pitched. A little bit exhausted. So here we go in L.A. Orioles strike first. 2 runs thanks to Atley and Gunnar Henderson. So we got to get some runs back against Grayson Rodriguez. Bases loaded. Let's see if we can get a sac fly. We do. 2-1. This Oriole team is dangerous. Man, if they get some starting pitching, look out. So 2-1. Double by Gunnar Henderson. Doesn't lead to nothing. It's a double by Shohei Ohtani. Doesn't lead to nothing there. Solo shot by Colton Wong. Gets them a 3-1 lead. So Glasnow looks like he's struggling a little bit. So we're going to bring in, let's see, Dustin May. Gets out of it. Man, that's a huge. He's been huge. Run scores thanks to Ohtani, 3-2. Dustin May continues to give us good innings out of the bullpen. Jack Flaherty pitching out of the bullpen. Looks like he came back and got traded to the Orioles. Solo shot by Jordan Westberg. Looks like Dustin May, besides that, it's been pretty good. Let's see if we can get another run home. He hits into a double play. That is tough. So we're going to bring in Alex Vesia here. Gets the 3 righties out. Yenner Cano in the pitch. 1, 2, 3 innings. So we're going to give Perez the ball here in the 9th. A little bit of trouble. So Felix Bautista in here to try to close out Game 1 of the World Series against Hernandez. Single. Gavin Lux scores a run. Mookie Betts, Jones, Freeman don't get the job done. We had our big bats come up besides Ohtani, and they did not get the job done, so not much we can do there. So off to Game 2. We're going to put Ohtani on the mound for this one. Let's see if he has a good performance. As the Orioles try to strike first, they don't. Kyle Bradish on the mound for them. So Kyle Bradish continues to have a good outing. So is Ohtani. So this might be a pitching duel here in L.A. Double for Mookie. Doesn't lead to nothing. And Ohtani continues to roll along with Kyle Bradish. And there's a 2-run bomb by Adley Rutschman. Ohtani's running out of gas. James Paxton gives up a run. 3-1. We got to get some runs on the board. We're about to be down 2-0. Freddie Freeman gets us on the board. That's all we get. So 3-1. Paxton, maybe one more inning. There we go. Kyle Bradish has been awesome in this game. So we're going to put in JP. Solo shot by Santander. 4-1. Leadoff double by Mookie. Brian Baker on the mound. and we do not score a run. That is tough. Daniel Hudson in the pitch to ninth, getting a little bit of a trouble, but gets out of it. Felix Bautista in the closeout another game, and he does. So the Orioles take a 2-0 series lead as we head to Baltimore. So Orioles team's rolling. We haven't hit in clutch situations in this series. This is a hitter's ballpark. We're going to give the ball to Kershaw. Here we go. Corbin Burns on the mound has a 1-2-3 first. Double by Ohtani. Doesn't lead enough. We have continued to struggle with runners in scoring position. So Corbin Burns, one of the best pitchers in the game. Huge pickup. Kershaw matching him pitch for pitch right now. Our offense just hasn't gotten it together. Back-to-back singles, bases loaded. They score a run. They score another run. So 2-0. But Mookie Betts gets us on the board. Solo shot. Let's see if we can tie the game up. We do, thanks to Max Muncy. One more inning out of Clayton Kershaw. Ain't looking like it. So we're going to put in, let's see, we're going to put in Daniel Hudson here. Gets the out. Corbin Burns still in the pitch. One more inning out of Hudson. Back-to-back walks. We can't afford to give up a run here. Dustin May. 2-run bomb by Adley Rutzman, and they get the lead. That is a backbreaker right there. So we're going to bring in JP again. Gets out of it. Felix Bautista in to get him a 3-0 World Series lead. We got 2 on, nobody out. We tie the game in the 9th inning. The Orioles are falling apart, but we don't get the lead. JP gives up a leadoff double. We got to bring in Evan Phillips. Strikeout, single, double play. What a job by Evan Phillips. So we got 2 on. Runner gets thrown out. We do not score. Leadoff triple. Can the Orioles win it? They don't. Wow. Danny Colomé in the pitch. And Gratterall keep the game tied. He does. We do not score. Walk, stolen base, strike, and the Orioles win against Gratterall to take a 3-0 series lead. I probably left in Gratterall a little bit too much. So I'm going to go ahead and sim, see if we can get back in this. We don't. We get swept by the Orioles in the World Series. Hats off of them, though. They came to play. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, get to the off season so we can save some time, and I will show you guys the moves we make. Didn't really make a lot of big-time moves. Didn't really need to with this roster, but we did add Matt Strahm to the bullpen, 1 year, $5.4 million deal. He's coming off a 1.61 ERA a year. Really help out. And then Caleb Ferguson was a Dodger previously. Was with the Yankees last season, 1.38 ERA. And our bullpen wasn't really the main problem in the playoffs, but we definitely had some, issues where we just gave up clutch hits and didn't really get the job done. So adding those two definitely helped us out. We did add a few guys. Well, we really just added one guy for the bench. We had a Garrett Hampson who had a pretty good year last year. Not sure who he played for. He got traded, but 260 average, 8 home runs. He's another utility guy. So him, Durant, and Lux are 3 guys who could play pretty much everywhere. So it's really going to help us out. So I'm going to go ahead and get the second season underway. In trade deadline in the franchise, 63-47. Still a great record. Not as good as we were last year. We struggled. We've been on and off. We've had losing streaks, winning streaks. It's like we're hot and then we're cold, and we're still 11.5 up, so we're still probably gonna make a playoff run. But it looks like a lot of guys in our lineup. Freddie Freeman's starting to decline. Nolan Jones, I don't know what it is about him in franchise. Maybe he just sucks in franchise. Maybe he's just one of them high overall players you get and it just don't work out. I don't know, because he has been bad so far. Mookie's not really hitting for power so far. I mean, he has 17 home runs, but you look at last year, we don't really have a lot of guys hitting home runs. Ohtani's still hitting home runs. Outman's still going to put up 20. I mean, we have a lot of guys hitting a decent amount, but nobody's really hitting like 20-plus home runs outside of Ohtani. It's surprising to me. And our bench has been solid, not really anything special. I mean, we got Diego Catella playing good, Gavin Lux. Like, they're putting up good numbers for bench. And then I look at our rotation, not fantastic numbers. ERAs are a little high, but not horrible. But, like, Kershaw's in the bullpen now. He's starting to decline. Bullpen overall has been really not bad besides Gratterall, who's really on the down here. 7.36 ERA. So we had to move him out of the setup role and put him in a middle relief role. So we look at the trade block. Is there really anybody on here that really changes our team? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm a huge Brennan Donovan guy, don't get me wrong. And he's hitting 332, which is crazy. But we already have a lot of utility guys, and I don't know. I'm just gonna keep this team how it is. I don't really know what moves we can really. I mean, obviously we could upgrade the bullpen just a little bit, but I think we're pretty solid at the pen, really overall. And the rotation really should step up in the second half. In the lineup, maybe third base. Muncy's starting to decline as well, and he's a free agent after the year. But other than that, I mean, I don't really see much we need to upgrade right now. So I'm gonna roll with this team and see how we look. Ended up finishing 96 and 66. Didn't hit 100 wins, but still dominated the division. Only team in the division to finish over 500, which is surprising. We had some league leaders. Tyler Glass now led the league in WAR, and Otani led the league in triples and RBIs 139. Still an unbelievable season. And then Yamamoto won the Cy Young Award. So let's see how everybody did before we get the second postseason underway. Freddie Freeman, not terrible, but still a down year. He's starting to decline. Not sure if we should try to move his contract before the final season. I don't know. Freddie's really starting to hit the decline, unfortunately. Nolan Jones just wasn't really that good. Just been decent, but not anything spectacular. Mookie had a good year, down year, power-wise from last year, but still great year overall. Otani, pitching-wise, 11 and 10, 3.65 ERA. Not horrible, could be better. And then 39 home runs, 103 or 139, excuse me, runs driven in. So still a good, great year for Otani. James Outman continues to put up great numbers for us. He continues to get better. Will Smith, another solid year, 25 home runs, 88 RBIs. Max Muncy still hitting for power. Might need to look to get a third baseman in the offseason, though. He's really starting to decline as well. Teoscar Hernandez, don't really get how he's declining over. Yeah, his RBI is an average. His numbers are a little down, but I don't really think he had a horrible year. Ezekiel Duran, about where his career numbers have been, around 14, 15 home runs. Chris Taylor off the bench, hit good for average, just not much power. Garrett Hampson, Garrett Hampson, I thought it was Hampton for a minute. 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, 353 average. I'll take that off the bench. Gavin Lux, another good year off the bench as well. And then Miguel Vargas, who they keep calling up for some reason, 1 hit and 3 at-bats. And then Diego Cataya, really not bad for a backup catcher. Now let's take a look at this pitching. We saw Otani's numbers. Glass now 14 and 9, another great year, 3.14 ERA. Yamamoto was excellent, 20 and 7 with a 2.75 ERA. Dustin May was great. He's a free agent to be, 3.17. Bueller, another good year. Kershaw, excellent year. Alex Vesia, wow, that is not a very good year. Only 2 innings, but man, that is not good. Perez only pitched 1 inning? Really? The whole year he pitched 1 inning? That's okay, whatever. Caleb Ferguson, not what we expected. Not a horrible year, but not anywhere near what he was last year. JP somehow is dropping in overall when he had a 1.93 ERA. Glatterall just got to get better. I mean, it's 6.23 ERA is not good. Mastrom only pitched. Our bullpen did not pitch a lot of innings. I don't really understand that. And then Evan Phillips, 38 saves. ERA is a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and get this postseason underway. Look how we had a solid year overall, though. Against the Reds in the playoffs. Like I said before, if we win this game, I'll sim and see if we can get rolling. Hunter Green on the mound for them. No runs so far to 2 innings. Solo shot, though, by Teoscar Hernandez gets us on the board. 1-0. Otani still keeping them scoreless, and I just jinxed myself because Jonathan India drives in 2, so the Reds take a 2-1 lead as Hunter Green gets out of a jam. Hunter Green's going to be an absolute stud. He already is a stud, but man, if the Reds get some more pitching, they're going to be great. So we got 2 on, can't score. Offense continues to put up bad numbers so far in the playoffs like last year. I know it's only 1 game. We're struggling. TJ Antone in the pitch. We're going to bring in our bullpen. Going to bring in Caleb Ferguson here. 1, 2, 3 inning. Got 2 on, 1 out. Sam Moe on the pitch. And we score 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to take the lead. So we're going to bring in Evan Phillips to try to get this game 1 win. And he gets it. So what a comeback win there for us. We're going to sim game 2. We lose that one. So series is tied 1-1 as the Reds tie the series up. We're in Cincinnati, Hitters Ballpark. I think we have a lot of success on our side here. Yamamoto, the Cy Young Award winner on the mound. Let's get it. So Max Fried in Cincinnati, that's interesting. So no run so far for us. Yamamoto in a little bit of danger gets out of it. So Max Fried gets an error, but gets a double play. Hitter's Ballpark, but only 2 hits aside so far. Yamamoto gives up a solo shot to Ellie De La Cruz. It's 1-0 Reds as Max Fried continues to shut down our offense here in Game 3. 1 more inning out of Yamamoto, gives up a double, 1 more pitch, gets out of it. So 7 strong innings. Max Fried still in there. 2-run bomb by Ezekiel Duran. We take a 2-1 lead. We're going to bring in Matt Strom to face 3 lefties here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Single, strikeout, single. Okay, we're going to bring in Gratterall. Can he get us out of this? He does. What a pitch right there to get out of that. Alexis Diaz keeps us shut down in the 9th. Evan Phillips in to try to get us a series lead, and he gets it. So another comeback from behind win. The Reds have really had a chance to shut us down, and we came back. So I'm going to go ahead and sim Game 4. We advance. Good work by our team there. So we're going to be facing my team, the St. Louis Cardinals. This ought to be a fun series. So we're going to put Shohei Ohtani on the mound. They have Pete Alonso. This is a star-studded line. They don't have Arenado no more, or Goldie. That is, unless Arenado's hurt, that's surprising. So Shohei facing the Cardinals lineup. Nolan Gorman gets them on the board early. 2-run bomb by Nolan Jones. We need him to put up some numbers to get us to the World Series. Ohtani trying to shut him down. Lance McCullers Jr. also on the Cardinals. This lineup's pretty star-studded for them as well. Still 2-1. Ohtani gives the run back up, though. So 2-2. Solo shot by Nolan Gorman. And it's 3-2 St. Louis. One more inning out of Ohtani, potentially. No, he gives up a double to Tommy Edmonds. So we're going to bring in Clayton Kershaw to try to give us some innings. Can we get back on the board? We do, thanks to Mookie. And a 3-run bomb by Will Smith. And a 2-run bomb by Teoscar Hernandez. And we are rolling now in Game 1. Michael McGreevy is giving up some runs. Kershaw is mowing down this Cardinal lineup we have struggled with against in the playoffs. So can he get us through this 9th inning? Okay, we're going to make a pitching change. We're going to bring in JP to try to close her down. They scored 3 runs. And he shuts it down. We barely escape with the Game 1 win. So going to sim Game 2. We take that. Game 3. Game 4. Okay, they tie the series up at 2 apiece, the Cardinals. So we're at Busch Stadium. 2-2 series. We're going to put in Dustin May. We're going to put him on the mound. Liberatore on the mound. I call him Libby, but Liberatore on the mound against Dustin May. Solo shot by Teoscar Hernandez. It's 2-0 Dodgers. Can Dustin May give us a gem tonight? Liberatore is struggling so far. Base is loaded, but doesn't give up a run. So base is loaded for the Cardinals. They do not score a run. Going to sim some half innings, saves a little time here. So it's still 2-0. Dustin May continues to roll. It's now 4-0 Dodgers. Man, what a performance by Dustin May in this game. He is rolling. Another 1-2-3 inning. We make it 9-0. So going to bring in Alex Garcia here, Zach Thompson. And we end up winning 9-1 to take a 3-2 series lead. And we lose Game 6. So Game 7 in LA to go to another World Series here back-to-back. We're going to put in Shohei. This is a do-or-die game. Here we go, Tommy Edman. And they both get caught stealing. Solo shot by Freddie Freeman against Miles Michaels. Gets us a 1-0 lead. Can Ohtani keep the Cardinals shut down? 2-run bomb by Muncy. 3-0 now. And we are rolling. Cardinals trying to get back on the board, though. 2 on. They don't score a run, though. So they score a run right there thanks to Tommy Edman. So 3-1 now. Ohtani still in the game. Gets a double play. What a clutch double play. Can he give us one more inning? He does. So 3-1. We're going to bring in Gratterall. Can he give us a good inning here? Got a little bit of a danger, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to bring in Evan Phillips to get us to the World Series. And he does. So we are taking on the Twins in the World Series. So back-to-back. Can we get it done here in the second season? That's the big question. We're about to find out. We're in Minnesota. Ohtani's just pitch going to put it in Glass now, who struggled so far in the playoffs. Here we go. Can we get some runs early against Pablo Lopez, who has been really good for the Twins. Great pickup for them, by the way. Glass now gives up RBI double to Royce Lewis. Can we get some runs back? Glass now's not looking too sharp. He has struggled in this playoffs. 3-0 Twins. It's Pablo Lopez. It's solo shot by Royce Lewis. and it's 4-0. Glass now got to get taken out. It ain't looking good. Let's bring in Kershaw. 2-run bomb by O'Neal Cruz is on this team. Wow, this is a loaded team. So Kershaw trying to get back on the board. It's 3-6, down 3 still. So we tie the game up 6-6. Unbelievable. Kershaw has been spectacular. Can we take the lead? Single, pop up, fly out, fielder's choice. Kershaw still rolling, but he's walking some people now. So I'm going to bring in Caleb Ferguson. And the Twins walk it off on a sac fly after we come back and get the win. That is, or get the, not the win, but get the tie. That is tough. So game 2, Yamamoto on the mound. Can we get some early runs here? No, we don't. We need the Cy Young winner to pitch a gem tonight and hopefully have Ohtani pitch game 3. Joe Ryan on the mound is pitching good until I say that Nolan Jones, and now Mookie get us on the board. Yamamoto strikes out the side. He is rolling right now. 4-0 LA. Keep him off the board. Double play. Yamamoto still going. Can he give us a complete game? Back-to-back singles. Bases low. Okay, it's time. We're going to bring in Matt Strom, and he gets out of it. So time to bring in Evan Phillips. Close game 2 out. And we tie the series up. So we're going to sim game 3. We end up losing that 1-6. So we got to tie the series back up. So here we go. We're going to put Shohei on the mound here at Dodger Stadium. Try to get us a win here. Solo shot by Mookie. 1-0 LA. 2-run bomb by Carlos Correa, though, and they take the lead. Man, that is tough. And the Twins got a good offense. They're trying to, make a 3-1 series lead. As our offense is struggling a little bit here. Air doesn't come back to haunt us. There's a walk, strikeout, fielder's choice, strikeout. So what a game by Bailey Ober here. He is shutting us down. And Air really comes back to bite us right there. That is not a good time for Air. We're going to bring in Garcia here. Gives up a double to Stephen Kwan. So Bailey Ober looking to get him through the 7th. Going to make a pitching change. Gratterall in here to pitch. Can we get some late inning magic? Jeff Hoffman in the pitch. Bases loaded, and we strike out. That is tough. There's a double, a walk, a strikeout. They score a run. Time to take them out. Now I probably took them out a little bit too late at Mastrom. So bottom of the 9th, 5-1. Josh Stamont in the pitch. 2 on, nobody out. Bases loaded. Duran comes in the pitch. We score 2. We score 1. And we don't score the tying run. That is tough. Man, that is... Our offense has been bad these last 2 World Series, y'all. I ain't going to lie to y'all. It's been a struggle. Can Glass now keep this series alive here? Pablo Lopez, who shut us down in the last time. We give up a 4-run inning here. Wow, that is unreal. So we're still in this series somehow. There's a run right there thanks to Byron Buxton. Glass now looking great, but he is getting us through it. Gets through the bases loaded. It's now 6-1. So Glass now gives up 2 runs. Time to bring in the bullpen. We're going to bring in Perez. So it's 8-2. So we're going to bring in Kershaw, give us some innings. Gives up 7 runs. Wow. Okay, we can't lose if we score a run here. 2 runs here. So it's 12-7. We're going to bring in Evan Phillips, and he gets us the win. So that was close. Kershaw almost choked right there. So we got still down 3-2. I'm going to go ahead and sim this game. And we lose to the Twins. So back-to-back losses in the World Series for us. Going to go ahead and get on with this 3rd off season. Back-to-back heartbreakers. Let's get this final season underway. Space. And Freddie Freeman's on a decline. He's on a ton of money. And maybe we could use some of this money in free agency. Even though it's the Dodgers, we still have a cap limit in this game. So I'm going to trade Freddie Freeman to the Guardians for Alex Clemmie and Khalil Watson. Side's about to get underway. And we made some moves. We ended up signing Zach Gallen. We traded Freddie Freeman. We opened up a lot of money trading Freddie Freeman. But this was before we traded him. We signed Zach Gallen. Big deal. Had a great year last year. We ended up getting rid of Dustin May, so that kind of opened up some money too because he wanted about around that money, but for less years. So this rotation's stacked right now. I mean, Ohtani, Gallen, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Buehler. We add Phil Maton to the bullpen. 1 year's $5 million, 1.87 ERA last year. So that should help our bullpen tremendously. I I re-signed Will Smith. It's worth the money. Having a great last 2 years for us. We went out and used the Freddie Freeman money to sign Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And I know I said, well, the Dodgers have a cap limit. We do, but we saved some money trading Freddie Freeman. And Vladdy is like 8 years younger. We got him for 26.2 million for 5 years. That's really not even that bad for Vladdy. So we add Vladdy over Freddie Freeman. That is a huge upgrade. Other than that, I mean, we did sign Eugenio Suarez to a 1 year, $5.3 million deal. He's 34. Got him for this year. And that's the moves we made. So let's get this final season away. We need to win a World Series. We've been to both World Series back-to-back years. We have to win it. So hopefully these moves make it happen. The season is over. And man, what a season we had. 119 wins. 119 and 43. What an unreal season. Yamamoto led the league in ERA. Gallen led the league in winning percentage. Yamamoto led the league in WAR. Vladdy led the league in runs. Ohtani in slugging. Mookie in on base, and Mookie in WAR. Just unreal. And let's see who won. Evan Phillips reliever of the year, and Mookie Betts won the hand carry. Let's see what everybody did before we get this final playoff run underway. James Outman continues to put up about identical numbers than just Mr. Consistency. Gavin Lux, 15 home runs, career high. So that's good to see from Gavin as he continues to stay healthy and put up numbers. Vladdy, 37 home runs, 112 RBIs. His numbers are a little down, but still an unreal season. Mookie Betts, another spectacular year, 35 home runs, over 106. Will Smith, 28 and 93. I don't see Ohtani, which is weird, which sometimes it glitches out and don't put Ohtani, so I'm going to put Ohtani back in the lineup. I'm not sure why he's even out of the lineup, but you guys know how it is sometimes. Ohtani 18 and 6, ERA a little high, but still a great year. Will Smith, Teoscar, a great year. We had a lot of guys put up great numbers. How about Nolan Jones? He was hurt a lot of the year. He probably want to put up a 30 home run year, but 332 average. So maybe he isn't a franchise chinks after all. Eugenio Suarez put up 20 home runs. So our whole lineup, besides Gavin Lux, put up 20 home runs. Off the bench, Chris Taylor was okay. Ezekiel Duran put up solid numbers. Noah Miller didn't really play too much. Miguel Vargas didn't play too much either. And Diego Cartaya put up good numbers. Let's take a look at the rotation. Ohtani, we saw his numbers. Yamamoto, again, has just been consistent. 18 and 9, 2.57 ERA. Zach Gallen was not great, but still a very good season. 17 and 5. Tyler Glasnow, ERA up a little bit. Still 18 and 6, though. And then Walker Buehler, another solid season for him. Gavin Stone gave us innings. 14 and 3 records, a long relief pitcher. JP, another great year for him. Caleb Ferguson had a good bounce back season. Matt Strom still putting up solid numbers. Phil Maton, a little bit of a down year, but still not a horrible year. Gratterall, a lot better numbers than last year. Alex Vesia was good. And Evan Phillips was a 0.98 ERA. What a season for him. 52 saves. Wow. So we're going to get this final postseason underway with this team winning, how many games was it? 119 games. I hope we win this World Series. Let's get it going. Game 1 against the San Diego Padres. We're at home. Glenn Otto on the mound. Let's see if we can get some first-run magic. We don't. Ohtani looking to lead us to a World Series finally after losing back-to-back World Series. But our offense continues to struggle in the playoffs. I don't know what it is about these playoffs. I don't know if the bright lights are too bright or what, but we have just struggled to get consistent hits so far in these last 2 playoffs. Ohtani is pitching a gem, but Glenn Otto has been just as good in this game. Back-to-back singles. Ohtani gets out of it. Vladdy gets on base. Doesn't lead to nothing, though. Leadoff double by Cronenworth, single, and a run score. So I left Ohtani in a little bit too long. Gavin Stone gives up another 2 runs. Glenn Otto continues to shut us down. He has been rolling. Time to bring in somebody else. Let's bring in Matt Strom, who's been good. Not good this time, though. Gives up a run. Tom Cosgrove comes in the pitch. As we are getting shut down, Matt Strom gives up another run. Phil Maton tries to come in and shut her down. He kind of gets out of it. Wandy Peralta in the pitch. A nice solo shot by Will Smith. Double for Teoscar. So we got 2 on, 1 out for James Outman. Strikes out and a fly out. So we lose game 1. Let's go ahead and sim game 2. Hopefully we win that one. We lose that one too. We have just not performed in the playoffs. wow, we are just, I don't even know what to say. We just are not performing. So let's see if we can get to Joe Musgrove here in game 3 and avoid a sweep. There's 2 runs for the Padres, another 2 runs. Zach Gowen is getting smoked in the first inning. That is tough. Wow. But it just goes to show you can spend all the money you want. It don't always equal success. I spent a lot of money, got Vladdy, got Zach Gowen, got some bullpen help. And this game ain't over. The series ain't over. But man, to lose 3 playoff series in a row and in the final year we won the most games, potentially get a first round exit would be really tough. But we're down 3. Time to take Gowen out. Caleb Ferguson gives up a 3-run homer. It is 8-2 Padres as they are on their way to a sweep here. We need some innings out of this pen just to try to survive and get back in this game. It ain't looking good though. Another run, potentially no. JP, one more inning. Solo shot by Gavin Lux, 5-run game, but our hitting just ain't looking good. Gladero in the pitch, the 8th. So top of the 9th inning, solo shot by Will Smith, a walk, a double play, and we get swept in the 3rd and final season. I might have left a few relievers in too long, so I take some responsibility. But man, our offense did not show up at all in these games. That is tough. That is tough. Well, hopefully, I'm gonna send him. See who wins the World Series. The Orioles win another World Series. Man, are they going to be fun to pick in this franchise. But I hope you guys enjoy the Dodgers. I know a lot of Dodgers fans are going to be like, man, you spent all this money and you still couldn't win a World Series. It was disappointing, but I hope you guys enjoyed this franchise. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other channels and links below. I will see you guys next time.